Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody is excited. I'll give it a few minutes to see who actually is showing up. I hope everybody, hello. I hope everybody had a fantastic week. I hope you guys missed me as much as I missed you. So today I thought would be a really fun time to just take users' questions. Anybody who has any questions, or I know over the past I have a lot of feedback for everybody. Good evening. And if you would like to join me, hi, love, how are you? And if you would like to join me, I'm going to post here in the comments where you can join me in the StreamYard. So you can come up here and I'd be happy to answer any questions. Hi, Tom. It's a pleasure to see you, love. Hello. And just so you know, this is what it says when you say hi to me and you're on Facebook. It just says Facebook user. So if you want to put your name in there, cool. If not, totally cool too. Excellent, excellent. Hello. Oh my goodness. Anna Marie, nice to see you, love. And Patricia, nice to see you. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Hi, David. Nice to see you. Okay, let's see. Is indium safe for me to take for hair regrowth? I'm not familiar with that. I am not familiar with that in any facet. What I can tell you is tea tree oil is fantastic for hair regrowth. It is absolutely fantastic. If you take about I would say 8 to 10 drops, and you put it in, maybe a tablespoon of your regular shampoo, and you put it in with that, and then you massage it into your scalp, and you let it sit, and you do that, pretty vigorously as you're rubbing it in, and then rinse out as normal. Fantastic for hair regrowth. I've actually recommended that to quite a few people that have thanked me later for it. It's really, really good stuff. In my experience, hair that you're trying to get regrow, it's due to the follicles being blocked or some type of bacteria that is preventing it from regrowth, and that tea tree just cuts right through it, man. Good stuff, good stuff. Thanks for the question, though. Yay. And in case you are new here, our moderator this evening is Christine Dennison, and she will be answering all the questions that you may have that I simply just cannot get to. But yeah, look forward to seeing her. Oh, okay. Yeah, might be why I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, he's saying that it's a soft metal. Yeah, not good. Yeah, so not something I'm familiar with. That would explain it. It's not an herb or an oil. Yeah, definitely not my field. Sorry, I wish I could have helped you further with that. Am I missing any signs from the spirit? Well, I don't have your name. If you want to come up on here and join me and hit that link, I'd be happy to assist you. Excellent, Dave. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Miss Julie. Oh, so you're the ones that is asking if you're missing. Yeah, if you want to come up here, I'd be happy to address that for sure. Joanne is saying that you must have a zinc problem, maybe. Yeah, again, not my field. When it comes to the metals, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not familiar with that particular metal, so I wouldn't be able to help you. I will only be able to give you information on what I personally am familiar with. Not seeing a link on BB3. So I'm going to post the link right here again. And you should see it pop right up under BB3. Right here. Okay, let's see, what do we have? The other day I found a dying baby bird and he took his last breath in my hands. Is a death doula the only position to be with animals as they pass, or is there something else out there to do? Yeah. I think when it really depends on your version of energy, your understanding of that. But primarily, yes, it is being there for that particular animal and that soul as they pass. Is there other things you can do? I guess it depends on your belief structure. Do you believe that you can energetically hold space for that particular animal? That you can send energy to that animal that could help them through that trying time, that will assist them in regaining their strength and their energy so they wouldn't pass. And I guess that's really, there's a lot of debate with that. So it really depends on what your belief structure is. You're from Canada. Hello, Joanne. Thank you for joining. Good. I'm glad you see it. Excellent. Is there a proper way to smudge? I was told if done wrong that it may trap negative energy in, and also Florida water, how to use that as well. Yeah, there is methods. You can absolutely trap energy in a space if it is improperly smudged. Let's say you go into a house and you're going to clear the house. And I'm sorry, I know I'm looking. I have to find this. You go to clear a house, and let's say they put salt on the windows in an effort to keep that space as closed off as possible when it was originally smudged before any energy got trapped in there. And since then, obviously there is maybe stagnant or built up heavy energy, and you go to remove it by just saging, and you're not clearing off those windowsills. You're not removing any sacred objects that are there in a protection mode. You're just trapping it. Yeah, so there is absolutely a proper way in which to do that. And if you look on my website, you'll see that I hold classes in how to do that. And it also goes into the proper function and use for Florida water. But I'll give you the down and dirty when it comes to Florida water. There is absolutely no way that you could utilize that improperly. You know, you're using it to clear your aura, to clear your space. to clear that energy that's around you. So Florida water is a fantastic, very, 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 very underutilized tool. It is something that is cheap. It is something that you can carry with you. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So I do hope that that answered your questions. Let's see, Anna. I've had several floods in the house. Then a family member got sick, then something else. Is there any way to bring positive energy to the house to make it safe and enjoyable without stress? So when there is multitude of events that happen within a home like that, I always recommend, and it doesn't mean that there's something horrible or awful that has happened within the house. It can be negative energy that's built up just from our thought processes. As you stated, you want this done without stress. If you're in a high stressed situation, if you have a lot of things that are happening within your space and you're worried about bills, you're worried about feeding the kids, you're worried about getting to work on time or having things planned, or how am I going to take care of someone who's sick in my house and continue with my other functions, I recommend clearing your house, saging your house, clearing your house out. And the misconception is saging your house is setting the tone for the vibration you want in your house. And that is not an accurate statement. You are simply making it a clean canvas. You have to then instill the energy vibrationally that you want to maintain within that house. And I recommend a multitude of things. Florida water, for one, great vibration. You can also use incense, oils, things that you want to stick with that higher vibration scale. But that's truly what I would recommend. So I hope that that was helpful for you. Hello. Hi, thanks for joining. Hello, Anna and Justin. Yeah, I hope that I answered that for you. And I hope that I answered the Florida water. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I don't believe in a specific religion, but I believe in the spiritual. I am a practicing Reiki. I've been searching all day for anything to be there for ill or dying animals, to be there for them. Yeah, so it really is from a shamanic perspective, right? That's really who I am. Everything is based from that shamanic perspective. And I believe that animals, people, everything that has a heartbeat has a soul. And I understand that Reiki has the intention to send the energy for the best and highest good for that particular individual, wherever they may need it. In shamanism, we see where they need it, and we see what needs to be removed within that person, and what seeds need to be planted for that person to regain, or soul to regain prosperity. And that's not something you're going to find on Google or YouTube or anything like that. It's something that you'll find through shamanic training. I would recommend for anyone, any lay person out there, that if you're looking for ways to comfort that animal and be there for them, it is simply being there for them. It is holding the energetic space, the comfort, care, compassion, and love for them as they are transitioning. And that's simply all you need to do. So I hope that that was helpful. And yes, join me live in my studio. Okay, good. So how often do you need to sage? Excellent question. You need to sage every time you ask yourself, should I sage? I know that sounds counterintuitive, and I'm not trying to be like a smart aleck, but if you're wondering, man, should I sage in here? You probably should. I recommend after there is a romantic split, whether that is a divorce or if it's just a boyfriend that you've been with for a while, because those are feelings and emotions that you're like kind of putting off in the environment. You're shedding through your aura. If you're sick or somebody in your household has been sick, if there has been changes within your life, within the family dynamics that have altered your viewpoints, your thought processes, you may see things differently now. Absolutely. If people in the house are having nightmares or night terrors, or however you want to say that, then I would also recommend it. So there's no bad time to sage and cleanse your area. No bad time in which to do that. So I hope that was helpful. Good, good, good. Okay, let's see. I actually always been called to shamanism a good chunk of my life. I think Taryn actually had mentioned you before. Excellent. Yeah, excellent. If you go on to my website, which is www.theshamanicpaths.com, and you set up, I have a, it's just a free consultation. It's just an opportunity for you to kind of get your feet wet, get some knowledge, and see if it's right for you or it's not. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. But at least you can get some information that might assist you. Yeah. And hello, Miss April. How are you doing, love? Let's see. When do you see me getting my pool money back? It's turned into a court case. And I'm thinking that's why I'm being quiet, just so you don't think I have voided out on the screen. I'm just thinking right now. Yeah. I see something coming up in August, but I don't feel it's going to be what you anticipated. I see August, late August, actually. So I'm seeing 23rd of August. You're definitely going to get some news then. I hope that was helpful. Good. I'm so happy. Good, good, good. And thank you, Christine. She's such a doll. I miss you too. I do. I truly do. I'm glad to be back. Yeah. That week off was big, big. Good. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm telling you, just if you're drawn to this path, I always believe that shamans, when they're drawn to this path, there's nothing that will stop you from pursuing it. It doesn't matter what job you have, what you're doing, how your life is developing. You're constantly brought back and you're like, there's something about the shamanism. At least that's what it is in my experience, as long as I've been teaching, for sure. Yes, it is. It sounds like it is, for sure. You're very, very, very welcome. Okay. Can you go over what moon water is and any benefits? Yeah. So we have, I know people are really, really, they're drawn to moon water. Moon water, the moon itself is the emotions, right? It is that connection emotionally. And the sun a lot of people forget the sun, and the sun has power, and the sun has the divine essence that comes along with it. So you can do moon water and you can do sun water. And depending on when you want to curate your moon water, which is simply taking water. I do not recommend tap water because tap water is not going to hold up over time, and it depends on how long you want to utilize your moon water. So don't use tap, or if you do, throw some vitamin E tablets in there to sustain the properties of it over time. And you can put it out in the moon. It can be the full moon, or it could be just any day of the week. But you want to take in account of what astrological energies are being presented at that particular time frame. Like right now, we're in like this pre-retrograde, kind of energy. There is no moon water happening here. No, thank you. I do not want any of that crazy, chaotic type of energy. That's not something I would recommend. But you can do that for the sun, or you can do that for the moon. Take into account if there's retrogrades, take into account what your personal sign is. Is that going to be affected? If you're a Cancer and it's the Cancer moon and you use that moon water, that may benefit you very, very greatly because it's in sync. But if you're a Cancer and let's say you get a Leo moon, that's not going to jive with you at all. Every time you utilize it, it's going to feel not good to your specific energy, because those two kind of clash together where you're very emotional, and you can relate very emotionally. A Leo does not. So that's going to kind of not, it's going to clash with your energy. So how would you use moon or sun water? You can use it by putting it in your aura sprays. You can use it by putting it as a dish on your sacred altar as an offering. You can use it by drinking it. So there's your imagination is the only limitation to the use of it. So I hope that was helpful. Hello, Miss Alicia. Nice to see you. Yeah. Oh, that's Chris. Excellent. Excellent. Hello, Tom. Okay, let's see. Does it make sense that I be getting woke up in the middle of the night from spirits? I've heard I've been astral traveling and have trouble returning to my body. Yeah, so it's very, very common. Let me put it to you this way, right? We're busy in our day-to-day lives. We're constantly doing things. Our mind is preoccupied. So when is our mind quiet? When is it not preoccupied? It's when we go to sleep, right? So if you have spirit around you, and they're trying to connect with you, if they're trying to give you messages, if they're just simply saying, hey, we're here, we know that you're having a tough time, and we want to be around you and let you know that you have that support, they're not going to be doing it if you're always busy mentally. So they're going to do it when you're asleep. And oftentimes people who are sensitive to energy will get woke up. People who are not, they'll often dream of that particular encounter. Astral traveling is a fantastic tool. And there is a misconception of if you astral travel, you're not going to be able to get back to your body. It's literally impossible. You are connected. Your astral body is connected to your physical body. It is impossible to leave that body. Now, can you feel out of sorts? Yes. Can you not be completely grounded? Yes. And that can give you a sense of instability within the physical form. But you'll always return to it. Always return to it. So I hope that that was helpful. This is fun. You guys are great. I love these questions. What a smart group. So it's been a year since my fur baby passed, and I'm still emotional about it. The baby bird dying like that brought back that emotion even more. Is there anything I can do to work through the grief in a healthy way? Yeah. So I think with most people, the reason why we grieve so deeply when our animals or humans or any soul passes is because we feel abandoned. If you do not feel abandoned or alone, you will not have that grief as strongly as others it may impact. So I think it is coming from a space of understanding that, A, you're never alone. You're never alone. And even though that particular soul is not in the physical form here, their energy never dies. They're always with us. So I believe that it is the understanding of just because the physical form isn't here doesn't mean that I don't have them with me energetically. Does that make sense? I hope I'm explaining that in a good enough way for you. So if you want to work through that in a healthy way, I would recommend literally reaching out, talking. Go to a space where nobody's going to see you. You're not going to feel weird. Go into your bedroom, shut the door, and literally say your particular animal's name and say, "Are you there? Can you hear me? I miss you. I love you. I just want to let you know you brought me such joy in life. And I hope that you are getting all the joy that you deserve now in this new space for you." That can be extremely healing for you. So I hope that that was helpful. Yes, please, please join me. Join me. You're so very welcome. Okay. My son can see our cat that recently passed. Okay. That's pretty normal. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate a little bit on that? That's great. That's great. I find, at least in my experience, I find that children are very, very open, even though I feel like your particular child is not so young. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous. He's 8. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that definitely should give you some comfort, right? That should give you some comfort that he's there, he's around, you know. See him around me a lot. Luciano was my soulmate, so losing him was like losing a part of that connection. I just try to remind myself that it's not. You still have that connection. You will always have that connection. It's just in a different form and in a different function, but you still have that connection. When do kids lose their connection with spirit? Honestly, the moment that adults beat it out of them. The dogma that's placed upon them by their parents and by society and by other people's moral ambiguity is when they lose that connection. That's my complete and total belief. There are I mean, if you really think about it, and I actually wrote this when I wrote my book, or one of my books. How many times do you hear kids about their imaginary friend? You know, Mom, leave a plate out for blah, 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 the imaginary friend. And you're like, there is nobody there. Stop. You're 12 years old. You're too big for that, you know? And they're told that enough, and they're made to feel weird or wrong, and they start to question their own mind and their own what they're experiencing. And if they're scolded, then they don't want to pay attention to it. Or if they're laughing at night and they're chuckling in their bed because they're talking to spirit and they're laughing and they think it's fun, and maybe they're telling jokes, who knows? And you're like, quiet down in there. Who are you talking to? And they say who it is. And then the parent says, there's nobody in there. Knock it off. Cut it out. Again, you're squashing that child from really experiencing the connection to spirit. So I hope that that was helpful. But anybody can lose their connection if it's squashed hard enough. Anybody can. So I really wish, in the UK, God, I love it there. I was just talking to a friend earlier, and we were talking about this. And I said, I wish in the States that it was so much different, because in the UK, they start off at kindergarten, and, they have mindful meditation. Their mediums are really exalted. They're appreciated. Whereas, in the States, they're the weirdos. They're the ones you have to look out for. Those are the don't say anything, walk across the street kind of people. So yeah, if we start with our young children and we listen to them and we don't quash them and we don't make them second guess what they're experiencing, then you would be surprised how beautiful they will blossom. Okay. Let's see. Hi, it's Miss Katie. Hi, love. Just wondering if you see anything for me regarding my biological father. Don't know much about him and trying to find family on his side. I'm thinking, just so you don't think the screen froze or anything. I'm just trying to think. I feel like in 7 to 9 months, somebody's going to reach out. And it's almost like by the time you forget, then something falls in your lap. And by reach out, I don't mean personally. I believe that this is through some app. I don't even feel like it's Facebook. It's by some app. It's 7 to 9 months is what I'm getting. But complete, as I'm going through that, it's just, every month, nothing, just complete silence until then. And I know that seems like an incredibly long time, but there's people that have looked far longer and got far less. So just be patient, 7 to 9 months. I hope that was helpful. And please keep me updated. I love that. Keep me updated. I can't wait to hear. Do you believe in reincarnation? I can't wait for Luciano to reincarnate back to me. I'm just wondering when he will and what cute breed he'd be. So I do believe in reincarnation, but I do not believe that because you came into this life as a cat, the next life you're going to be a cat. or a dog or a turtle. You may be a human. Souls are souls are souls. So it is dependent upon that soul's path, what they come back as. But yes, I do believe that. Good, good, good. Okay. You've had an imaginary friend as a kid. I remember saying one day that my imaginary friend went to go be with his family. That probably creeped out my family even more. Yeah, no. You know what? I'm telling you, that's fantastic. But if you listen to people who were gifted, about, I hate to use that word, but people who are psychic or mediums who are connecting actively with spirit, you ask them about when they were younger, they're all going to tell you the same thing. People who are energetically sensitive, you're going to hear that. There was actually a study that was done, and I don't know the numbers now, but there was a study that was done regarding how many children actually have imaginary friends. And it was a ridiculous number. And I'm not going to quote it because I would be wrong. I would be just simply guessing at this point. But it was a hugely high numbers, like 90 percentiles that have had imaginary friends. So that's not a coinkydink. Okay, let's see. Okay, yes. Please join me. Please. Let's see. Who is this? Joanne. Does anything jump out for me if you're willing? You know, what does come out to me, there's something about time management, calendars. They keep showing me different calendars and time management options for you. I feel like there's going to be a shift within your life over the next couple of months, and things are going to get a little chaotic for you. What I do recommend is embrace it. You know, oftentimes we want change, but we hate the chaos that comes with the change. Embrace the chaos, because change is good. Change is good. Stagnant, not so good. So I hope that that was helpful for you. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Do you see any significant changes in my life over this next year? Hold on. Let's see. I see travel for you. In career. Travel and career changes. Yeah. I think that you are really tired of the same old, same old. You know, you're really tired of it, and you're wanting anything to be different. And you're going to get that for sure. Travel and career. That's what I see. And I feel like one is a byproduct of the other. So they're interrelated. Does that make sense to you? I hope so. And keep me updated too with that. Good things. I'm not getting anything that would be concerning at all. Okay, my daughter has a condition with no doctor. Oh, in which no doctor can figure out why she loses her hair. Sores break out all over. She thinks things are crawling in her skin, etc., etc. Okay. I want you to put in the comments your daughter's first name and put it in capital letters so I can find it. because I want to make sure I'm grabbing on to the right energy. Okay. And until then, I'm going to take another, let's see, another comment. Yeah, please just put her first name in big letters and I'd be happy to answer that for you. Diana. Okay, thank you. Have they checked her for like it's being portrayed almost like Lyme disease? Have they checked her for that? It's so weird. And I'm also getting that there's some we're gonna call it stomach issues that she's also having as well. Would that be correct? Yeah. See, it's so difficult when you're doing this because there's not the back and forth. Okay. Yeah. So let me know. Let me know. Okay. Do my guides have any messages for me? Yeah. Releasing, letting go, being mindful, literally being mindful within the minute, not looking at the past to compare what today is, but letting that go and going right here, right now. This is where I'm at, and this is how I feel, and this is what blessings I have within this moment. And I feel like this has been kind of a long-standing message for some time, actually, for you. It's just mindfully within this moment. I hope that that was helpful. Do you see a move for us in the near future? Not this year. Not this year. I do see a move, but I don't see it now. Do you have the opportunity? You know, there's always free will. Absolutely. I mean, I could tell you to make a left and you could go, fuck her, I'm going to make a right. You know, you could do that. You could totally do that. But as it stands right now, if you were to change absolutely nothing, I don't see you moving this year. But I do see a move coming. I feel like it's a little bit further off, though, than this year. Not by December, for sure. Joanne, right on. Okay. Good, good. That's funny that you said that because I asked someone, can come back as a human, and they said no, only as an animal. But my thinking was spirit is spirit. Yes. And I knew this to be so. Not like I'm full of crap and I think I know everything. But if you were to talk to any shaman, they would tell you the same thing. They would tell you soul is soul. Hello, how are you? Yes, please come join me. Okay, let's see. Some said alopecia, lupus, stomach always a problem. Yeah, I'm not getting lupus. I'm not getting that. What I'm seeing is really mimicking Lyme disease. And I think that all of that is connected. I would push. If I was you, I would go to the doctor and I would say, I want her tested for this. I would. And they can also do fecal testing for that, which I know sounds really gross. And I know it's a hard thing, but yeah, That's what I would recommend. Yeah. Okay. Doctors don't know what... Wait a minute. Doctors don't know what's going on with me either. They said it's either rare or not discovered yet, and to just live with the symptoms. For now, I'm just trying to take care of myself spiritually to see if anything helps. So in my experience, a lot of people who are going through like spiritual ascension, that can mimic autoimmune disorders. It can mimic them. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if people are saying, yeah, we don't know what's going on with you right now. And they love to slap the label of fibromyalgia on people where they just don't know. So don't be surprised if that pops up as your next label, because they like to have labels. Good, good, good. So, do you have any messages for me? I'd appreciate it. You know, I feel like you're very self-contained. That's what I get from you. Like you're very, you keep your circles very small because you don't want to put yourself out there too much, because you don't want to have other people use it against you and hurt you. You love deep and you love hard and you love true. And the message that, the reason why I'm saying all of this is because the message that I heard for you was that you need to love yourself as much as you would love others. And I genuinely feel that there are people in your life that you have to cut loose, honey. Sometimes, and from experience, I will tell you that it's often the hardest thing that we have to do is to walk away when we have invested so much in people. But the hardest steps are usually the ones that are the most important steps to make. And if they're not cheerleading for you, if they are not rooting for you, if they are not supporting you, if they are not loving you, then you don't need them. There's a whole world full of people out there that will definitely provide that for you. Don't waste your time on the people that are not showing up for you when you always show up for them. So I love you. I hope I'm not overstepping. I tried to, keep it as quiet as I possibly could because I know we're on a public platform. So good, good. Good. I'm glad that resides with you. Good, good. Okay, let's see. What do you see in the way of romance for me? Romance. Let's see. I think that you have to put yourself out there if you want a romantic relationship. I feel like you kind of go to the same places and do the same things, and you're never going to find new people if you do that, So you have to put yourself in different scenarios so you can attract new people to you, because the places that you're going now it's the same lot, honey. So it's going to be hard for you to do that. Very well with the travel and the career change that I see coming down the pike, then shortly thereafter, when that energy shifts, then so too could those romantic interests. So I hope that was helpful. Good, good, good. Glad to hear. Okay. Is there a change in my personal career-wise, or maybe even something I should focus on specifically career-wise? Because I'm doing a little of everything right now, and I don't want to split my focus too much in case that's an issue. Let me think. Boy, you ain't kidding, because I feel like I'm all over the place. Yeah, you're definitely got a lot going on, because that's what I feel like. I have a little bit of here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay. Let me think. Hold on. You know what? I actually feel like you have good ideas, and you're actually a really smart cookie, but you don't want to seem out of place. You're trying to blend in with everybody where you're at. Yeah, it's not a good fit for you. I almost feel like the people that you work with are a little not, I hate to use the word toxic, but I feel like they're holding you back from being comfortable to say, hey, this is what I think, or this is something we should implement, or this is something that we should do. And I feel like you can't really do that. And I also feel like you're a smart cookie. I mean, you could absolutely shift into business management, like executive management. Even if it's an assistant, I could see you doing that, because you're very good. Just like what I said, I feel like I'm here, here, here. You're an excellent multitasker, right? And you're good at keeping things where they're at, this column A, B, and C, and I know I got to get all this done. So I think that you could utilize that to your advantage. What may seem like, oh, I have all my fingers in these pots, for other people, it would be great to have that. If nothing else, you should put yourself out there to manage that. I hope that made sense. I'm getting a warning. Oh, that's why I'm getting a warning. Okay. I will be back in 30 seconds. I'm like, why am I getting a warning? I haven't put my little clip up for our commercial break from our wonderful, fabulous sponsors. So if you guys can give me just one moment, and I'll be right back. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry about that. Thank you to my wonderful sponsors. I'm so sorry that I was late getting that up there. I'm glad that really resonated with you. Yeah. You should put yourself out there though. Like I would actively start searching now because that's what I see. You're really good at it. So I would actively start searching now. Okay, let's see. I will be relocating out of Michigan. Oh, will I be? Will there be a shift in my career? You know what? It says Facebook user. Can you put your name in the comments? Can you do that for me and I'll look for you so I can answer this? Because I feel like... Hi, Bonnie. How are you, love? How are you doing? So whoever posted this, if you can put your name in the comments, I'll be able to answer. Nicole Ashley. Thank you, Christine. Okay. Will I be locating out of Michigan? You will, but not now. And yes, there will be a shift in your career. I already feel like there's already the mentality of a shift. Nicole, let me think. I almost feel like this is self-employed. Like you're going to leave the profession that you're in and you're going to be doing self-employed. I see you like boxing up stuff. Yeah, you're going to be doing this on your own. I don't see you working for any particular person. Yeah. I see you working for yourself. I think it's going to be a really good change for you too. A much needed, really long awaited change for you. Yeah. And I think that it's a financial thing right now is why you cannot relocate at this point, but you will be able to. You will. Okay. Good. I'm glad. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, look at that, you guys. We hit our 1 hour mark, and I am so blessed to have all of you guys come up here. Thank you sincerely. Please be sure to check out April, the psychic housewife of New Jersey. She's just fantastic. Former student. Love her to bunches. To bunches, if that's even a word. I hope to see you all back here, same time, same place next week, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.